Okay, so I'm going to read a story from somebody who contacted me and wanted to express his experience one night. This was a musician, and he was out partying, drinking, and he said that smoking marijuana caused him to go into a slightly altered state of consciousness in which he feels that some reptilian entities wanted to talk to him and tell him something. And it's quite an interesting story. I actually got to talk to him in person and filled me in on a lot of the interesting details. And I think that we hadn't talked about whether to go public, even though he said he wanted to. But I think he feels that in his current situation, he needs to keep it cool until he makes a solid decision to come out and go public with this. Because I can tell you for sure that it does have problems to go public. I mean, as I've explained to you guys, I got, it's the strangest situation. It's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, I got choppers buzzing my place day and night. I mean, especially, it's like they want to let me know when I piss them off with my movie. It's like it's like, okay, that movie pissed them off. Okay, so let me read you this story. It's pretty interesting. So I'm just going to read it, and I'm sorry I suck at reading from a paper, but I'll do the best I can. So it says, as I was led back to the party, Matt and his girls, along with our road crew, were circled together, passing around some green. Matt insisted I take a few hits to quell my nausea, insisting I'd feel much better. Not using my better judgment, I grabbed the joint and took a few long tokes. Almost instantly, Matt and the girls literally morphed into demon-like reptilian vampires. They sort of resembled the characters portrayed in The Lost Boys. Their teeth were razor sharp, and they all had a protruding V-shaped vein on their foreheads, especially Matt. His eyes were bright red with vertical black slits and really creepy. I stood there almost as if he had summoned me for this experience. I remember feeling paralyzed. I wanted to walk away, but I couldn't. The girls, succubi, or whatever they were, still had really sexy, human-like bodies, but their faces and eyes were just wrong, beyond evil, and more frightening than Matt, but they were just like him, only worse. Actually, I didn't feel terribly frightened by Matt as he spoke to me, and this is what he said. "We like you. You're talented and bright for someone of your kind, but you'll never get where you truly want to go with your music. You're not one of us. You can try, but you'll ultimately fail. Be happy with your ability and continue. It's a gift to play music, and that should be enough. We are the famous. We control, not you. Do you understand?" Weird, huh? And then he says after this, he writes after this, "Oddly enough, I just nodded my head as if I did." This exchange seemed to last a really long time for such a brief encounter. I don't remember him actually talking to me. It was more of a telepathy type thing. But those women made hissing sounds. I remember that clearly. Also, the area around us seemed to illuminate a reddish-purple glow. Soon after, I could move my legs and things returned to normal, but my stomach felt even worse, and I think I must have decorated that trash can at least 2 more times. So that's the end of what I'm going to read. And like I said, I talked to him in person, and he was quite an interesting person, and seemed to understand pretty much what I understood about it, which is that the whole fame and being on TV and the music industry, and if you're going to be famous, you either have to sell out or you have to be one of them. And we both agreed that you're not even going to get on network TV in any sort of way at all unless you're either one of these reptilian beasts or if you're a confirmed sellout. They know that you're going to go along with the program.